come with me. We're gonna have to figure out where exactly we're going. I'm looking for the S. Okay, we are going to the airport because I'm in Berlin right now and I'm flying to Glasgow, and then I'm going to fly to then I'm going to take a train to London, then I'm going to fly to Barcelona. Right, I'm going to talk to you today about tenant relationships, because I think it's one of the things that as a beginner landlord people get really nervous about, and frankly there's very little, if anything, to be nervous about. I'm going for S9. Where am I going? Maybe I should have figured this out before starting to chat to you guys, but that's okay. So I think people get nervous, these sort of dreadful tales of dreadful tales of tenants smashing up properties and not paying rent and squatting. I mean, I just haven't had that experience. We've had the occasional tenant, but by having very clear boundaries and by being very clear about when we decide to stop contracting with a tenant, i.e. eviction, i.e. section 21, which is a no fault, we're going to terminate the contract. That's all it is. We've really, and also just by being human and talking to the tenants, we've really, we have the occasional behaviour, but we've by and large been able to avoid almost all of that. So let's briefly take tenant smashes the place up. First, what's the quality of the tenant? Have you taken references? Have you taken a significant deposit? Are you properly insured? And are you doing inspections every 3 months? Because that kind of weird behaviour is normally picked up quite quickly, and make a decision fast to terminate the contract if you see some behaviour you think, ooh, don't like this. Secondly, tenant not paying rent. I've looked at my other videos on tenant debt management process, because I am very fast. Within 10 days, I'm putting in a claim to small claims court because they're late. We've done 3 letters, 3 texts, 3 phone calls. They know they haven't paid the rent. They've clearly decided not to for whatever reason, and they're not communicating. And then the final one, what was it? So tenant not paying the rent, tenant smashing the place up, tenant squatting. Never had that ever. We have had a tenant that came very close to not moving out when we served eviction notice on her, and so my team went round, and what we did, the property needed a few little tiny repairs. Now, it didn't necessarily need them done on that day, but what we just decided to do was pull forward the scheduled repairs for that property. So in the week leading up to the tenant's eviction date, our handyman, who's a lovely guy, was there every day. So he was able to make her a cup of tea on a daily basis, chat to her, and just make it very clear in a human way that the landlord wasn't going to put up with any nonsense about her not moving out. And actually he was of great assistance to her. So by being human but boundaried, you can eliminate 99% of worries about tenants. Right, I better find out where my train is. Go to the airport.